Hey guys, it's Will here. Just thought I'd show you my grocery haul again, and after that I'll show you this ramen noodle soup that I'm making, or the noodles at least. Okay, so I just went shopping because there's a storm coming and I want to have some stuff on hand. So I just thought I'd go through some of that. So, and a lot of it's similar to what I've done before, but this is the spoon-sized shredded wheat. There's only whole grain wheat bran in here. So most other cereals have sugar. A lot of sugar in them, so that's my favorite if I'm not having oatmeal. But I use this leafy greens chopped. There's spinach, kale, and collard greens. They have one that's just kale, and I put those in soups and stir fries. There's a couple of these. I've got this chickpea. These are frozen, so it's kind of nice now. Blue Menu, which is in Canada, Loblaws, Superstore type stuff. They've got these chickpeas, frozen beans now, and it's just, there's no the BPA in the cans that are a concern, rinsing out all the liquid that's in there. You can just, especially, I don't know if you have smoothies, but to get some protein, you can just blend some chickpeas. Now they're frozen, so you don't have to open up a can or anything like that. Here's some mushrooms. Bonnie likes these more than I do, but I chop them up small, put them in a stir fry usually, something like that. You can make gravy as well, mushroom gravy. So onions in a lot of soups, I'll talk about that in a bit, but stir fries, pasta, sauce, bananas of course. I top that on my cereal. Sometimes I use them in a smoothie, small smoothie, like a green smoothie. Red peppers, that's for, mostly for pasta sauces. You can use them on salads of course. I got a big field cucumber. They don't always have these up here, but it's a nice one. You can eat this just with some plain, basically, salt and pepper. Put them on in a salad if you want. Grapes, it's one of the snacks. I usually have a lot of times apples, like Honeycrisp, but Bonnie likes grapes, so red grapes. I don't get these that often, but there's these, people ask me about bread a lot. These are little pita breads. They're little circular circles. So if you have hummus or something like that. And I buy these in the store, but they have basically whole wheat flour and water, salt, yeast. So there's no oil. So look at your local. These are just like generic, basically, Compliments it's called, which is the co-op brand. But usually most places have things without oil. But you can make your own too if you want. Okay, so soy milk. I had to get the regular soy, not the unsweetened, because they didn't have it where I went to the store. So I went in town, which is Sackville, New Brunswick. I normally go to Amherst for a superstore, but and I get the unsweetened. But I'm not super concerned. But Bonnie has to watch. She's a little bit sensitive to sugars, so I've got her an organic unsweetened soy. Carrots for the soups that I'll mention in a bit, the ramen mostly. I don't normally buy these, but I used to do them more in the past if you've seen my videos. I used to make tortillas and order them from Toronto as well, which were really healthy. But these ones aren't bad, but they're more the white corn. They've got water, corn flour, corn lime juice, and that's about it. So there's no oil in these. These are corn tortillas. So you could make tacos, just fold them over the oven rack, or put two and make a quesadilla with, obviously without cheese, but I put refried beans, green pepper, onion, salsa. You can top with salsa, guacamole, and just do it on a frying pan or use the Cuisinart grill that I recommend. So this is called Paco. I don't know if they have those where you are, but I'm sure a lot of people have Whole Foods and stuff like that, and they get better options than I have. So. Okay, so we got a bag of mostly frozen here. These are mixed veggies, so I love frozen because they're so convenient. If you want to buy raw, you can do that too, wash it and chop it up, but California style, I use that in the soup, so I'll talk about in a second. And stir fries, but this is a fruit blend, strawberry, blackberry, blueberry, raspberry. So I'll put that on my cereal. A lot of times I put them in the fridge at least a day the day before. I'll leave them out on the counter for a bit, and then I'll put them in the fridge for the next day. And they get a nice juice. And I do that a lot with strawberries, mostly. These are sliced. So that's on cereal and sometimes in smoothies. So I've got quite a bit of strawberries, 3 bags of that. And I've also got peas, so I like this for obviously the taste, but protein. 4 grams of protein in a 3/4 of a cup. I put those in soups a lot. Or just make them on the side with mashed potatoes or some sort of potatoes. And I don't always buy this, but I saw it today. These are chives. So it's kind of an oniony flavor and a bit of a creamy flavor to them. And all it is chives, freeze-dried chives. And I put that on like if you microwave a potato or bake a potatoes. That's really nice. So that is about it. Like I say, I don't always get everything that I need. Like I already have potatoes on hand, rice, oats, pasta, and a bunch of beans. But what I wanted to talk about now was I found these baked ramen noodles. So there is a McDougall brand soup, like a prepackaged soup that uses baked ramen. But these are in the range of $1 or so per bag. You get a little packet of spices. This is the Asian vegetable. I don't know if you can see that. I can't see myself in this camera, but basically the ones in the store, like when you buy those Asian vegetable ramen soups, a lot of them have palm oil, which is not only unhealthy, but I think it causes problems with the orangutans, like the clearing of the forests and stuff. But mostly, but the palm oil and MSG a lot of times. So this is 88% organic. I ordered it online in Canada, and I looked because you could probably get it on, you can definitely get it on Amazon. But obviously these noodles are more refined than some of the whole wheat refined. Let's see what kind, organic heirloom wheat flour. So probably more refined than your typical even whole wheat pasta, but I add a ton of veggies. Like I saw the California mix, the peas, onions, broccoli I throw in there, frozen broccoli, chopped up carrots as well. I just grate these, take off the skin, grate them a bit, and then slice these. And so amazing for soup. And have a big bowl. And like I say, just the best way if you don't like veggies that much, because there's a broth. And also in the soup you can add a bit of veggie stock depending on how much water you want to use, because this might dilute. Like if you use more water than they recommend to cook all the veggies. So I use more water because I want to fill it up to get the veggies cooked. And so I add veggie stock I'll use, and also I'll put in sriracha. So if you like it a bit spicy, because a lot of times there's these spicy ramen soups in the store, but you can probably use cayenne pepper, black pepper, things like that would give it some heat. But I love this stuff. And I bought 24 just to make it. It was $10 delivery, and it made it cost efficient, because sometimes on Amazon the price isn't too bad, but then when you add in the shipping, and if it comes across the border from US to Canada, sometimes you get hit depending on what you're buying with a border fee. So I'm really loving the Whole Foods. Just for the most part, it's lots of veggies and starches, and I don't sweat little things like ketchup and mustard, like the toppings, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar sometimes, and I make smoothies, and they're mostly a lot of greens and berries, a little bit of turmeric for anti-inflammatory. I've been doing body weight training, full body training, and I use heavy weights, as heavy as I can, 3 sets, for the most part, and that's 3 times a week. But if I get really sore or tired, I'll take an extra day, and I do my full body, and I use compound exercises. So that's mostly pull-ups, dips, bench press, overhead press, like standing overhead press. I use dumbbells, but I do heavy, I try to go as heavy for deadlifts and sort of squats. But I may get a barbell and free weights for those, but I've got quite a bit of weight to go still before I get to that point. Gaining muscle, feeling really great. You know, you get sore a day or two later, you know, if you do a good workout. But so eating right, healthy is really important. I've seen all these guys who are doing bodybuilding training and they're eating absolute garbage. It's just unbelievable. But a lot of them are young and they can get away with it, 20s, maybe 30s. And but I actually feel plant-based diets are better for building muscle, because not only do you get plenty of protein, but the recovery, the glycogen in the muscles for energy, all the nutrients that give you, you know, the ability to recover that your body needs, and getting sleep, like making sure, you know, you get a lot of sleep. I see guys that are young working out and they're drinking a lot and staying up late. So all that stuff is just going to hamper the recovery process. So because I'm older now, 48, you know, I'm not into that stuff, and so happy that I've done this part of it, because I think this is a huge part of it. And the weight training is good for bone density and filling up loose skin if you've lost weight, giving you some definition. I mean, some like filling in the muscle in case it's like hanging and stuff off your triceps and stuff. So women, men, I think doing a bit of weight training for bone density, like I said, keeping nimble, being able to lift something, you know, just for carrying groceries, or if you're slipping, having some core strength, you know, when you're walking on, if you're in the slippery or snow or whatever. So it's not just about vanity or aesthetics, but there's lots of other benefits. So hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. See you guys.